You're trying to figure out how to lose weight with Weight Watchers, aka WW, but I think that's your name. But anyways, you're trying to figure out how to lose weight successfully on this program, and I am here to give you my tips and my tricks that has worked for me within this month. Okay, we're not talking about my failed first time, but this time, right now. So if that's what you want to hear more of, please keep on watching.
I know you taste this a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice.
Hi, my name is Aisha. I am the Indiana Blind Girl, and today we're talking about Weight Watchers and how this program has had me lose so far 12 pounds in the last month and a half. Now, to some, that might not seem like a lot, but to others, that might seem like a milestone that they're waiting to achieve themselves. So, first things first, the points. Each person that is starting this program will get a certain amount of points. I get 44 points. Those 44 points can be broken down by macros. If you are looking all the way down at the bottom, 44 points a day, it all equals out to about 13 to 1700. And I say about 13 to 1700 calories because I do look at my calories down below, because if I go over it, I quickly see that I am in the 2K calories per day. And some days it is okay because you do have weekly points. Your weekly points get added up. I think for me, I have 28 weekly points in the beginning of the week. It starts, refreshed every single Monday, I believe, and each day some of your points carry over if you did track that day. So the points thing is kind of confusing. Well, was kind of confusing to me at first, but now that I understand it, I take full advantage. You also, in each of your programs, receive the 0 point foods. This is what my 0 point foods look like here on the screen. And now let's talk about what happened. What went down these past month for me to actually realize that I was losing some weight. Started off the year, just full transparency, at 347 pounds. And the only reason I knew that I was at 347 pounds, obviously because I did check my weight, but because I had gained all my weight back. If you don't know, I was going through a lot of adversities at the end of last year, and I was going into a depression, and I dug myself up out of that. So eating was my comfort, honestly. Full transparency, right? So then once we started going to the gym back in February, I realized okay, this is something that I want to do. This is something that I need to be doing because there's health goals that I do want to achieve, but I just keep falling off the bandwagon. But this time I have been consistent, and I haven't thought too much, craziness into it. So what I have been doing the past 20-ish something days is I have been tracking every single thing that I am consuming. And when I say planning out your meals is a really, really big one, using your 0 point foods, but I'll say this with the 0 point foods. A lot of people do not track their 0 point foods. Calories still exist outside of this program, and I need people to understand that. If you're going into Weight Watchers and you do see that you have 0 point foods, these are foods that are actually really, really good for you that you can eat all day long, but they add up. Just like with fruits, if you eat too many fruits, they will add up. Yes, you can have peanuts, but it will add up if you have an entire bag of peanuts. Just because Weight Watchers tells you that you can have a certain amount of 0 count foods, you need to still track them, because the macros to some may not seem that important because they're going off of these points and they're keeping themselves within these points. But let me tell you, it will add up, and you will gain weight on the program by not tracking every single thing. Now, I'm not saying if you have 2 little spritz of hot sauce, you need to go track that. No, I'm not saying that, but you should be tracking everything that you are consuming that is a food, not a condiment. I don't really track all of my condiments unless it's a sour cream, mayo, things like that. But some of this stuff is easily, you could just save it. Obviously, you could just save anything that you're tracking so that you can just go back to your saves, because that's what I do. Especially when my breakfasts are already pre-planned. I know what I'm eating and things like that. So that has been helpful. Another thing that has been helpful is the recipes in the WW app. I do not have to go on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, anymore, because I now can go into this app. And I can literally look up different little recipes that are already pre-portioned, pre-planned, and have everything that I need in there, from ingredients all the way down to cook times and what it should look like by the end of it. So that is something that has been really, really easy to follow. Tonight, my husband and I are making another WW meal. If you guys watch my shorts, then you know that I do post my recipes. I do show you guys progress a lot more on my shorts. So even if I'm not posting the long form content, always check out my shorts and have that notification bell on so that you can be notified when I do post, because you will see all of those updates. And I think even sometimes my community posts as well. But let's get back into it. So at work, as you guys know, I am a teacher assistant. So I'm constantly around sugars, around candy, around cupcakes, around cakes, any type of treat I want. Cookies, like, it does not matter. Like, literally on Friday, because we are wrapping up our first week of testing, because of, you know, state testings or whatever, there were bagels. There were different bagels up in there. And did y'all know what I did? I ate my mandarins. I didn't go down there. I said, I'm not going in there. I said, I'm not going in there. I'm not eating that. No. Our school has a student center, and I do get our little chips and things up out of there, but I stick to what I know. If I cannot fit something into my points for that day, or if it's just not gonna work out, I'm not going to eat it. And that is okay. Not only I'm saving myself money, is that I'm also making sure that I'm already planning out what I'm going to eat. That brings me to my next thing. Plan your meals. I cannot stress this enough. Plan your meals. If at the beginning of the week that you know that you have a few recipes that have onions, that have bell peppers, that have this, that have that, chop it up on Sundays. Chop it up, have it already set to the side so that you can already have it readily available to you, because there's no reason why you need to be struggling come Wednesday, Thursday night because you don't know what you're going to cook. You should already have that planned out, and that is something that has definitely helped me and my husband. By the time we both leave out for work in the morning, I'm already like, babe, what do you want for dinner? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why am I talking about dinner? Because I need to know that if we need to take something out of the freezer, it's in the, you know, in the sink, and it's ready and it's waiting for us for when we get home. We can go ahead and get started with dinner. So that has really helped me. Exercising. I now have my weighted hula hoop. As you know, I have been using my weighted hula hoop, and on days that I'm not using my weighted hula hoop, or days I know that I don't want to use it, I will work out at school. And listen, not everybody has access to a gym. Not everybody has access to that, but you are probably watching this video right now sitting down. You could literally be standing up and walking in place. You literally can be moving your arms. You literally can be like walking up and down your steps in your home. If you don't have steps, pacing the floors. When I had got onto working out a lot in 2018, I literally just paced our living room floors because I had nothing else better to do. So I made it work for me. I decided that was something that I wanted to do. The other day, I think this was Friday, I'll show the video clip here. I am a teacher assistant, and listen, when those kids are at gym, I'm at gym too. I'm not sitting down. The whole time these kiddos was on a bike, I was on a bike right with them. When I say I get my fitness, my workouts in no matter what, honey, it be no matter what. I literally was riding the bike. My students was riding their bikes in gym. 37 minutes, I decided to implement that into my program, because I was like, if I work out for 30 minutes with these kids, I could track this. And I did. I got 5 fit points, I believe, just by tracking 37 minutes of bicycling, because I decided to not just sit still at my job. Like, it's so easy to do it. So the way that I'm losing weight on this program is, even though that I am staying within my points, I am also making sure that I am tracking my macros, which are at the bottom of the page of your home page. Once you scroll down a little bit, and you can edit them to see which ones you're wanting to stick to the most. Now, carbs is something that I'm trying to make sure that I lower. I don't want to go over 100 carbs a day, and sometimes I do have to check that number a lot more often, because I want to keep that number low. So what has helped me stay consistent? Honestly, knowing that my goals are in reach, okay, knowing that I'm now back down another 12 pounds, like, that is really helpful. And I know that I keep dipping and things like that, but being on a weight loss journey is just that. It's a journey. So no, I'm not gonna be perfect at it until I get it right. And right now, so far, I can stay consistent. I am going to be filming the video tonight of us making these enchiladas, because I've never made this before. But just staying consistent and actually posting about it, being as transparent as I can, is what's making me stay consistent. My advice for you who is wanting to do Weight Watchers or on Weight Watchers, just trying to figure out how to use it, I will post more videos, long form and short form, talking about my weight loss journey with Weight Watchers, because I do think it is a really great program if you are following it correctly. There is someone that does Weight Watchers. She posts about it, and she just recently did a video, basically her showing herself what she could eat every single day, well, what she ate in a day for like fast food, you know, wise, when it comes to Weight Watchers. And I felt like videos like that, when you are first starting off your weight loss journey, or you're starting over on your weight loss journey, you're trying to make sure that you're choosing healthier options and healthier choices, I do not think the first thing that you should figure out how to do is to eat fast food. I do not eat a lot of fast food. I've been trying to make sure that we're cooking as much as we can at home, and I just feel like if you are starting off your journey with already trying to figure out how to figure out how to get your favorite treats, how to do this, do that, I feel like it's a disservice to your journey. So honestly, go on the Weight Watchers app, find those really good recipes. And Weight Watchers does do a really great job with giving you like new recipes. They're always updating. Also, if you have a recipe that you want to add to the program, you can add that as well so that others can see it. So it's all about what you're eating, staying consistent, not overeating. The program is literally designed for you not to overeat, you know, and they've put it into these points instead of you having to look at calories, which has made it a lot simpler for others. So that is it.